hoopinhoops.com. Please subscribe, and if you like the contents, let me know. Game 2 of the NBA Finals was mostly as expected. The Golden State Warriors evened up the series. After Game 1, it was clear the Celtics was not going to get the same level of contributions that they got in Game 1 from as many players as they did. Jason Tatum, he played better than he did in Game 1. If you recall Game 1, he went 3 for 17 or something like that. But as I said, the improvement in Tatum's performance would not make up for the loss or the drop in performance from the other players. That said, I thought they would reach somewhere about 107, 108 points, not the 88 that they put up, which means the loss of Game 2 in the grand scheme of things, in terms of moving towards that ultimate goal, it will hurt just a bit. The Warriors are likely to have a big game or two where they score, somewhere around that 120-point margin, have a big scoring night. So I believe they will have one or two games like that. That makes it more important for the Celtics to win every game they feasibly can. And as I said before, Golden State has been on the stage before. They have won it all. So you do not want to give them any room breathing wise in terms of games you could win. You see, it will come back to haunt you later. The other thing is the Celtics, for some reason, usually have at least one bad quarter in the second half. Mostly the third quarter, but it's usually one in the second half. We saw that against the Bucks as well as against the Heat. That is something they'll have to tighten up because the Warriors is not a team, you want to lapse in a quarter. They could go on huge runs and do it in a short amount of time. But this is the thing with Game 2. The Warriors took Boston out of the game mentally before they went on that huge third quarter run where Boston scored only about 14 points. The Celtics, during the game, they dwelled on calls that didn't go their way. And the other thing is they let Draymond Green get in the head. Again, I said, the Warriors, they have that experience and they will use it to their advantage. And, it will not necessarily show up in the actual play on the court. But it's up to Boston to stay focused. Golden State could not afford to go down 0-2 and then go into Boston to play two games. The chances of they winning both games to even up the series, possible, but unlikely. So what you find is that the Warriors, they know they had to win Game 2. They use the experience to win it. And I say they use the experience because they did not have a fantastic game, performance-wise. If you look at, Clay, you look at Jordan Poole, there's nothing that blows you out of the water. Steph had 29 points, I believe, but most of it came in the first half. They contained him to about 13 points in the second half. But what they did is that they used the other side of basketball, the getting in your head kind, such that you focus on everything else instead of what you do well that would make you win the game. And that comes with experience as well. And we know, the Celtics, they're kind of a newbie when it comes to getting to the finals, at least that iteration of the Celtics. So they will have to be on their I don't want to say P's and Q's, as they move forward. That said, I know the Celtics have not lost back-to-back games so far in the playoffs, but I think this will be the first time it happens. I can see game three being a high-scoring game for the Warriors, and they taking that victory. It is possible for the Celtics to win, but they will also have to have a high-scoring night as well, which they're also capable of. But as I said, I think the Warriors will take that one because they're kind of due for a big scoring game. What I could also see is the Celtics taking game 4 and 5. The way the series might go, I guess I'm predicting probably we'll see a game 7. But then again, who knows? At the end of the day, players have to show up if their team have to have the opportunity to win. Hoopinhoops.com.